¿Qué pasa, mi raza? Welcome back to Los Fantasy Cuhss. Today, we have a very, very special episode because for the first time, we have all 5 compa Cuhss on one episode. I got my compa Eddie, my compa Gabby, compa Eric, and compa Rob. What's up, guys?
What's up, fam? It's that type of week. Let's get it, man.
What up, familia? Let's get it.
Let's go. I'm excited for the shit.
Yeah, let's get it, cuz. Let's get after it.
We got a
Lots
lot
to
to
talk
talk
about.
about today. We're going to do some Europa games. We're going to talk a little bit about Champions League. We're going to talk about Chivas Liga MX games. We're going to talk about some US Open Cup, some NFL draft talk, and we'll end it with the Mount Rushmore today. So, a lot to talk about, you guys. We should dive right into it and start with the 2 jerseys that me and my compa Eric are wearing right now. Man U. What do we think? What do we say, Eric? What do you think?
Are you? That's for June. That's for June, not for today,
Let's
Eric.
fucking go. Glory, man. Fucking United. Let's fucking go.
Why are you saying for June?
That's pretty gay. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Let's fucking
Crazy game.
go. Let's fucking go.
Bro,
That was the first game in Champions League history with 9 goals in Europa history. I mean, first game ever.
I couldn't believe this game, bro, because in the second in overtime, I ended up turning off the game because I was pissed. I was like, it's over, Man United's done. And then what happened after that, Eric?
Como dijo Amad Diallo, we never fucking died.
Ooh. Can I give you guys?
That's just what happens when you doubt us, bro.
Can I give you guys a visual and a audio representation of what I saw in the group chat today while I was at work?
Yeah.
Dale.
This is what all I can think about after I got out of work and I looked at the group chat.
It's the one where the man is helping the old
But not for me. Damn. That was Eric right there. But not for me.
Oh,
man.
damn.
I literally,
Like, ahora se van a callar la verga todos. And then I see the third goal, and I'm like,
Nah, but we can't let it go by like that. Hey, we got to get into a little bit though, because I mean, Man U was still a little rocky, I guess you could call it, right?
I mean, the first half was really good, dude. We were up 2-0 until I think in the second half when Leon started coming back.
20 minutes before 90 minutes. In 20 minutes, nos empataron.
Yeah, that's right. And it all started when Lacazette came on as a sub, dude. I knew. Once that guy comes on, he's going to change the game a little bit. And look what happened, bro.
Yeah. No, the whole time I was thinking is like 2-0, 60th minute before they scored. I was like, this is the most dangerous fucking scoreline. Like, we need a third goal to lock it away. And Garnacho had it at the beginning.
70th minute.
No, but I'm saying by in minute 60, I was like, if we don't score now, like, it's gonna turn around. Before that happened in the 70th minute.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying by the 60th, I was like, we need to score a third goal. And Garnacho had a fucking chance to do it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Where he fucking was on a breakaway, cut it, and then shoots it right at the fucking goalie.
Shoots
Yeah,
it
that
really
was in the 49th minute. I actually wrote it down on my notes. Like, dude, hizo toda la jugada bien perrona just to turn around and give it right to the goalie.
He probably felt in his head.
Yeah.
He's just like, this is my Ronaldo moment. Like,
Yeah. But
You-
yeah, dude,
fucking-
this is, to me, this was like a typical, like, this game is the definition of what Man U has been since Amorim took over. Like, It was a typical fucking game. No, they never win a game comfortably.
No,
ever.
that's
You need
what I
to have
said.
you need to be on the verge of having a fucking heart attack every time they play a game, dude.
Man,
I saw a stat for you guys that Man U has only one loss in their last 30 Europa League games.
well,
So
we got
I have
another
another
counter
stat for
stat
you.
for
you
that.
know what's
Another
crazy?
counter.
You know what's crazy about that? That they've been in the Europa League that many times that they have to, they have a stat for that. I don't think Madrid's been in that many Europa games, but
Well, not
good for
just
you guys.
Madrid. Out of all the European teams, Eric,
Yeah.
what's that one stat?
In the inferior in an inferior cup, right? In the cup in the cup that you don't get in the top four in your own league. Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like
Yeah, but the cup you
be
win, the
proud of
cup
that.
if you win, you get into Champions
I would
League.
be so proud of that, Eric. I'd be
I am
so
proud.
proud.
I am proud because
I would.
we're the only team. We're the worst team in Europe that's undefeated in European competition. So that is pretty fucking proud because the best team of the decade couldn't even get the job done in 2 fucking games against a team that we've gone 1 loss, 1 win, and 1 tie against, and we're in the worst time of ever that
How
we've
much
been
money
a
have you guys
team.
spent? How much money have you guys spent in the last 10 years though? Like probably way more than Madrid.
A lot,
A lot.
yeah,
So
stupidly,
we
yeah.
don't spend money like that, but obviously Madrid is a lot more successful. So, what does it say about
I
Man
mean,
U?
yeah, no shit.
So,
Can I
so
can I butt in for a second? What does
go ahead, Eddie.
this Man UW have to do with your L?
He brought it up.
No, you brought it up.
I said that it's the first time I was bringing up the stat, the first time that in whatever, and then he brings up that that something that Madrid it can't even say before they lost. I
I
didn't
mean,
say
he's not
anything,
lying though. Even
but
Barca
I didn't
lost
bring it up,
this
Eddie.
week. He's not lying though.
It's a stat, Rob, that's also not easy when you're playing any other team from any other country, like Lyon, for example. To be like undefeated, dude, for so long, it's still not
To
easy.
be
Even though,
undefeated when you're technically one of the shittiest teams in Europe right now, like, and you're undefeated and you're in the semifinals of a tournament that you probably shouldn't even be in to begin with because of how bad of a state Manchester United is in. To have that on them just shows, like, you know what, things aren't that bad. It could be worse, and there's other teams that aren't getting the jobs done against teams that we have.
I mean, as far as I'm looking at the competition you guys have played, I'm not gonna give you like I'll give it to you guys, but you guys haven't really played other than maybe Porto, like anyone that I would say that's
is
solid team.
super super hard to beat and
And
stuff.
actually, the team you guys play next, I mean, we beat them to get to the Copa del Rey
But
final,
but
but
struggled,
but
right?
we won.
And we beat them in the
But
quarterfinals.
the loss that you guys did have in the Europa League the last time was to Athletic Club. So
Oh
we'll see.
shit! And
It
we're
was
playing
back
them
into
next.
you guys are playing them next, and that's actually a good matchup. That's probably a really good matchup. I'm excited to see. I don't like even though Eric, you make me want to talk shit on Man U. I can't because I don't hate on them. So
No, I have receipts for all that too. You want to
uh,
go through them?
let's go. I don't care.
All right. This is before the game starts, and I quote: "Biggest Leon fan today. Is this what Man United has become? Your misery brings me joy today."
Yeah,
That was
It's all
before
true.
the game
I'm not. I'm talking about. I'm
after
trying to
the
get under your skin. I'm trying to get under your skin. I'm not. I don't really. That wasn't really talking shit on Man U.
after
That was me trying to get
the
under your skin.
remontada, right? This
Let's
was
see what
this was
Gabi has to
prior
say.
to
Let's get Gabi
happening again.
in this pod.
Well,
¿Qué dice Eric? Ya no lo oigo. Gotta celebrate anything at this point, being in the inferior cup. Celebrate the shit, you guys are so badass. Real Madrid wants to be like Man U. That's all after remontada, right as it's happening. Just for the fans out there.
no,
What did
Yeah,
what did Gabby say?
I agree with Rob though. Like, we don't, I don't talk shit to you about Man United because I hate on them. I'm just talking shit to you to give you slack the way you give us slack for Real Madrid. But you actually hate Real Madrid. Like you don't like them, you hate them. I don't hate Man U. I followed Man U 10 years ago. I don't claim myself as a United fan because I don't get up in the morning to watch them. I get up in the morning to watch Real Madrid. So I'm not. But I will say,
I hate it.
out of respect for Man United as a club, Man United is a club that soccer is better when they're good. That's just my opinion. And I'm
Agreed.
not. One of the reason I talk shit is because of banter, but I can recognize that when Ferguson was there and all those years, soccer is better when United is a good club, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that you couldn't tell the difference, Eric, of me talking shit, and I've even said it after that I don't like to talk shit on Man U because I respect the club just like Gabi said. It's just more to get under your skin. So that's all it is.
It's like Eddie said too in the chat that it's just freaking something to laugh at the end of the day when we get off work.
Eso sí.
But yeah,
but to
got
close
it. That's
out,
all.
I guess.
That was
Yeah, to
awesome.
close out though on the game. So what ended up happening, Eric? Like after 89th minute, they got a red card, right? Leon did, and 4 minutes after that, technically it was the end of the first half of extra time, and at the start of the second half, within 4 minutes they scored 2 more goals. With
Yeah,
a
bro,
man
they
down.
got a PK called on them too. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, no, that was like I was going through it then. I was like, this is the worst possible thing that could happen to Man U is lose in this position, up a man in extra time. As it's just like if you could add the worst possible way to lose, it's like everything was just here you go, boom. Oh, another worse way to lose. There, boom, there you go.
Hey, what about that Bruno PK though, bro? Freaking goalie.
What about it?
Like the goalie did everything, bro. It was so close, but he placed it perfect.
Yeah, he hit it hard. He hit it good corner.
And he's a big dude. Like the keeper's not like he lacks size. Like no, dude. Like he's a big fucking guy. Bruno just fucking. I think he shot the most perfect PK he's shot in a moment where he needed to. Because any inch closer, he gets a fingertip, and they could be un rebote off the poste o algo.
Yeah. Shout out to
Casemiro. To me, the crazy thing was the 7. Yeah, that was
Casemiro finally
two last minute assists.
Shout out to
finally did something.
Even though parece un pinche trailer todavía ahí dentro.
And Maguire, dude, like what was he doing?
Oh, Fabian, that's what I had for you highlighted here. How about Harry Maguire?
Dude, that's why it made me want to turn it off because Leon's second goal was his fault.
Leon's second goal? Fabian, fucking Maguire. He fucking sucks.
Shit, dude, God fucking. Well, then that's what I'm saying. So when as a defender, you know, like I probably fucked up on that one. I could have got it. And then at the very end, you're just like, fuck it, I'm not defending anymore. I'm just gonna go forward and see if by miracle Casemiro gives me a beautiful ball that he didn't even really intentionally hit it. He kind of like it rebounded off his head and like he's like, oh shit, it went in.
Yeah.
That's Harry Maguire's career so far. It seems like.
Yeah. But it was a fucking crazy, worst, best, like all that put together game I've probably seen in a fucking while.
That's
like
what I wrote down.
It got to the point where that Kobe Mainu goal, the one that kind of got para empatar, like the fucking emotion and the way it erupted, and just seeing that in person, like all jokes aside. Ahí en ese puto momento, I was like, ya me vale madre lo que pasó con el Real, because I was just like, this is so fucking insane what's going on. I was just like, at that moment, I was like, all right, whatever the fuck happened. I give a fuck about what's happening now.
And you know what's cool? The commentators said, like, when that Mainu goal scored, the commentators said, like, the stadium hasn't sounded this loud in a few years.
Yeah, it's been a while since it's been the theater of dreams.
I miss those days. I used to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
to watch Chicha.
Bro, I remember that shit, Eddie. We would the earlier games, Eddie, you would record them because they were like super early, and then we'd wake up like, I don't know, 7, 8, and then we'd rewatch them. Yeah, but we just wouldn't pull out our phones to see the score.
Yeah.
No me digan.
Good times, man.
Yeah, but let's go over the other games in Europa that happened. Tottenham beat Frankfurt 1-0, and meaning Tottenham passed on 2-1 aggregate. The other one was Athletic Club beat Rangers 2-0, which was a 2-0 aggregate, and Athletic Club moved on that one. The other one that kind of surprised me was this team called Bodo Glimt. Have you guys heard of that team?
No.
I mean, I have because they beat us last year.
That's crazy. I think they're a Norwegian team from Norway.
Yeah, we lost to them when we visited them. And you know what's a crazy thing? All the teams, when they play at their home, and because that Norwegian team has like a pretty good fucking record at home. Like and every European team complains that it's because of the turf. Because they're one of the few teams in Europe that has turf in their home stadium.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's like an American thing, huh, Rob?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so
but it's a nice field. I saw like a highlight of like a picture of like the field and like where it's at. It's a nice view. It's a nice.
So even though they lost the game to Lazio 1-3, they ended up going to PKs with Lazio and they beat Lazio, dude, which is not an easy team to beat too. They're like in 6th place in Serie A, so they ended up coming on top of Lazio. So the next matchups now are going to be Manchester United versus Athletic Club, where Rob said he's going to be excited about that one, and Tottenham versus Bodo Glimt. So we'll see those games in the future. We're definitely going to keep tabs on it now that United is in it, because I don't think if United would have lost, none of us would probably pay too much attention to the Europa. But we're still here, right, Eric? We're still here.
We're still fucking here, and we can still qualify for Champions League.
We'll see what that Athletic Club has to say about that, because the Iñaki and Nico Williams, those guys, they have a pretty solid team. I think that's what I'm saying. That is a great matchup to watch. Where I'm not going to hate on it. I'm just going to enjoy whatever comes out of those legs.
Que viva el fútbol, cabrones.
I think the winner of that game is whoever's going to win. Like
I think
the
so too.
Europa League in general.
Well, imagine it comes down to a Manchester United Tottenham. That means for sure Tottenham's not going to win.
Crazy. They beat us in the league.
Well, when it comes to cups, they know how to screw it up. So
that'd be a good one.
It would be. Well, let's move on to the next segment, you guys, where there's more drama that happened in this next segment. The champions. Which game do you guys want to start on? I think we should start on the Tuesday games. The Tuesday games.
Valió verga, a la Madrid.
What a great song.
It's okay, it's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
That's a good song. It's a good song.
Thank you, Eric. The 15-time.
For you guys, I wanted to warm up your guys' souls.
15-time Champions Leagues.
I want to make sure your hearts are okay.
Did that help you guys with Arsenal or not?
No, but I'm like I said, it's not like we can win it every year, Eddie. You can't win it every year, Eddie.
Well, let's get right into that one. Let's start with that one with the Arsenal Real Madrid. Freaking 2-1.
Hey, wait,
has something to say.
Wait, did you guys have your starter pack?
What is it? I would say what it is, because I can't really tell what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, just anything to keep your heart rate down. Your little.
No, I didn't know that was the starter pack.
Pero en 10 años we haven't needed that. Y el Barcelona en 10 años.
Oh, well, this time you guys did though. Yeah, this time you guys did.
En 10 años el Barcelona conectado un machine. Ni modo.
Yeah.
they're on life support. They were on life support. They were like a vegetable.
Not this year.
They were about to not pay. They were about to not pay their bill no more. Hey, let's cut them.
Yeah.
Do you guys know when the last time Barcelona won a Champions League? I think it's been about 10 years. Yeah. So we're in 2025. It was probably 2015. I don't remember who they played in that final though, but I think that's what Juve. I saw that. Oh, Juve. Oh shit! I'm trying to remember.
That was when Juve had a badass team. That's when they had Pirlo still, Arturo Vidal, Marquisio, Mandzukic.
And then was that around the time too? The following year when Juve lost to Real Madrid in the final?
I think so. They had a badass team in Juve. I think that's when they still had Tevez, and they had a badass team.
Did they have Mandzukic or something? Or
Mandzukic.
That fool solid.
Mandzukic, Chiellini. Chiellini in his prime,
Chiellini.
Bonucci.
Well, that one where Real Madrid beat them was the one where Ronaldo did the bicycle kick.
No, but that wasn't the final. That was that season though.
Oh, it wasn't.
The final was when they wore the purple kit.
That's right. That's right.
Ronaldo did the bike and when they went to Juve.
That's right, and they were wearing like the green jersey.
I think that was just group stage, but the final was when they
with
wore
the
the
purple
shit.
That's right. That's right.
But the first game, yeah, I mean, Borussia Dortmund versus Barca. That Borussia scored 4 goals, but they didn't score the fourth in the right way. You know.
Right.
So
they were scoring on both.
What about your guy Rob Girassi?
Oh, I know he's solid. Like I said, I knew that he's been a solid player all year, but you know, what can you do? He put his team on their back.
I remember we were talking about the first leg. He had a few chances in the first leg, dude, to score also. And if he would have scored a few of those chances in the first leg, this probably would have been a different game.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little too late, but fucking hat trick at those most. The guy played his ass off.
Yeah. Who do you think played
I saw
well
he was the only player from an opposing team who got player of the match.
Shit.
Against Barca in a while.
Yeah, because every other team that won, one of the players got player of the match, and this was the only game where Barca won, but no one got player of the match. For them, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, Dortmund actually won this game 3-1, but
yeah, exactly.
So they would have gotten man of the match.
No, I'm saying like the teams that passed. Like the teams that passed, all their players were like the players of the games. And this one, it was the opposite.
One team that didn't pass still got the player of the match.
Gotcha.
But how'd you guys see Barca, Eddie? Did you watch a little bit of this game, or did you see the highlights?
No, yeah, I had to watch the highlights. I mean, obviously, not good enough. I mean, I wouldn't say they were close, but obviously, if they would have got one more, then that's when I would have started sweating. But I mean, at the end of the day, they closed it out, and I'll take that right now in this scenario. I mean, semifinals, so you got to win however you can right now at this point.
I mean, Barca probably needed something like this too to keep them level-headed and not stay in the clouds. And what Eric says, the hottest team in Europe, you know, they got to come down a little bit from that. And
I mean, it was the first loss of the whole year for us. So at some point it had to happen, and luckily it was this.
Luckily, exactly.
We had that little bit of buffer.
Hey, you know a little stat.
Dale.
The both times Barca has had to wear their home kits with like white shorts, they've lost both of those games in Champions League. That's just fucking
crazy. The white shorts. Did you see that, Rob?
No, I didn't see that. I did not see that.
Yeah, it looked a little bit weird. They were wearing their red and blue shirt with white shorts, and I think the dark blue socks.
It looked weird as fuck. And both times they've done that combo kit, they've lost.
Yeah, it doesn't even go together.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that game. Then we go over to the other game where Villa and PSG played. They played on the same day that Barca did. And dude, we've always been talking about this for a while, that this was going to be a freaking good game.
Yeah, no, I thought we mentioned this one before, that Villa's been playing real hot, but PSG's got the best attack aside from, I guess, Barca right now. But yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Villa ended up winning 3-2 in that game, but aggregate was 5-4 to PSG. I want to talk a little bit about their formation, Eric. They play a 4-3-3. Did you see that?
Well, is it a 4-3-3 or like a 4-2-2-2?
It starts as a 4-3-3, and it moves because their 3 midfielders are Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and Neves. So those guys are the ones where Fabian Ruiz goes to the middle a lot. Vitinha also kind of goes all over the place, and Neves is the one that sometimes stays back more.
He balances.
Exactly, but then you look at their 3 forwards, Barcola, Dembele, and this guy that I don't even know where he's from, Varaskelia. Where's he from?
Georgia.
He's from Georgia, yeah.
This fucker, dude, man, he is like a classic soccer player que le echa ganas y que le echa huevos, dude. Classic.
Bro, that was a solid pickup. Like I think we talked about it when they picked him up in the January transfer window. That was a solid pickup for sure too. But they're the most. I think they're. It's crazy how Mbappe leaves and they have the best chance to probably win the Champions League at this point.
Yeah, it's almost like they got better when he left, which is crazy to say. And this team might be better than when Messi and Neymar were there too. Honestly,
It's
they
the
look more
chemistry.
dangerous for some reason.
It's
It's
the
their midfield.
chemistry.
It's the midfield, bro. They have you said the game. I feel is always controlled in the midfield, and then you have these fast wingers that like you just get these nice passes to these guys and let them run and make them
Let-
open up.
And then you have one. You just need one guy that has hella good skill, like Dembele in this case. Whereas like in Barca, they have Lamine Yamal, and you right, like they just need one guy that has like that special something. And bro, your team could fucking do great.
Bro, I think the biggest change for PSG though, in terms of like the mindset and the way they playing, switched as soon as they got rid of Pochettino and brought in Luis Enrique. Because I think regardless of the team, if Pochettino would have stayed, I don't think PSG keeps the same form. Who knows if he how much longer he would have lasted too.
That was a good
But
pickup.
Luis Enrique plugging him in there is was definitely one of the
Also,
biggest shifts for PSG.
you don't need to have big name guys to be a good team, right, Gabby?
Say that again.
That you don't need to have big name guys. I'm kind of alluding to like Real Madrid to be a good team. You don't have to have those big names.
No, look at what was it? Leicester City. They won it all.
When they
It's in the
won.
history books.
But yeah, so that does it for the Tuesday ones. The Wednesday games was Inter versus Bayern. Did any of you guys watch this one or see the highlights at least?
A little bit.
What'd you think of it, Rob?
I mean, Inter, like I said, they had those two goals off the corners. They are set piece. They do well on set pieces, like Arsenal did as well against us. But they've always been good at set pieces. They have those taller defenders, and they just get in the box and just. I think Italian teams in general are pretty good at set pieces.
Yeah,
Eddie?
Harry Kane finally scored or what?
For who are you referring to?
Nah, Harry Kane.
Oh,
I mean, he got the first goal for Bayern, right?
but he didn't get it until
The 52nd minute.
yeah, that's right. So they were up 1-0 with him.
Yeah, but that tied it up in the moment, I believe, in aggregate,
That's
right?
right. It would have been 2-2. Yep. But then it literally only 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 minutes happened, and Lautaro off a corner kick, like Rob was saying.
Yeah.
And then the other one, their ex-player Pavard ended up making that goal, that header too.
Pavard, bro, isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? You hate it's called La Ley del Ex.
Here we go.
Here we go.
La Ley del Ex.
Here
When
we
you
go.
see them-
All right,
when you
Rob,
see them
welcome
go.
to the relationship section.
Yeah. What? Tell me what's la ley del ex? What do you do?
when you were used to be with someone and then they go to someone else and they end up fucking looking 10 times better than when they were with you, bro.
Oh man. Oh man. That sounds personal.
Fucking
Damn.
hurts every time, bro. So shout out to Pavard for doing that to his old team.
You saw how Odegaard on the Madrid game. I mean, we could. I thought Inter was going to take that one the whole time. They would look like one of the best teams too, like defensive wise and everything. So they're well coached and they have a good team.
They
So.
do, and I think I said in the group chat too, Inter is peaking at the right time too. Like they're gonna play Barca next, and I don't think Barca's gonna have a easy time against Inter.
No, I mean they absorbed a bunch of pressure from Bayern, bro. I mean, they were outpossessed. I mean, 38% to 62, and they were still able to hold on. So yeah, but even before this series, I was like, if there's a team that I was a little worried about, it was either PSG or Inter.
But like Eric says though, every single team in the semifinals is a fucking good team, right, Eric?
Yep. There's no team that you could be like, because I feel like in not most Champions League semifinals, but there's always where you can be like, this is the weakest team probably out of the three. They're all they're all on the same level, on the same playing field. All of them, even though Barca is the hottest team, I think this is the moment where it's like it's all even playing field from here.
And didn't you guys see that other stat too, where this is the first time in a while where there's no repeat teams from the same country?
Mm-hmm.
We got a Spaniard team, an Italian team, a French team, and an English team.
Solid. It's gonna be solid. I mean, all the matchups we'll break the matchups down the road, but that it is good to see these next teams. But yeah, I mean,
Let's get into the last one, Rob. The one that hurt both of or three of us out of the 5 cuz right now.
what do you want me to say? I mean, Madrid at first they had like they needed to start off and score in the first either 10, 20 minutes to put pressure on them, but they looked like they were coming out with them like con huevos, pero luego like I don't know.
Was the Mbappe PK a PK or no? Where Rice was holding him?
It's a soft. They're lost. Just actual.
It's a soft one, but also like same thing. Like, and I get the penalty that was missed by Saka, but like so in my case is like the player had no shot of like impacting the game, the ball, right?
Because Courtois had it right here.
Yeah, so I don't know why they went back to VAR and checked that play. Especially with like right, Gabi. What would you say? Like did that guy even look like he would have affected the game or no?
Well, he doesn't have a chance. Is it a PK? Yeah, it's a PK. Did he have a chance for the ball? No. But like as far as him getting,
that's where I'm saying, why would you go back
like
at
him
that?
getting grabbed and all
Yeah,
that,
but I don't think
motion. But I don't think they're. It's just that incident in the box.
I don't think.
Go, Eddie.
Or actually, I don't know if they take that into consideration. Like, do they?
Yeah, that's
like,
probably not even.
I don't know, like by law, what. Yeah, like I don't know if it states that because, I mean, I understand, I see it because if there's no way he would have got to that. I mean, it's a clear foul to me. As I'm talking about the first PK, but yeah, obviously he was never going to get to that.
I kept watching that replay of Asensio pulling. I think who was it, Eric? That he pulled down.
Merino,
and dude, it was weak. He was pulling him.
Fabian. But this is my thing. What I'm saying, and going back to Eddie's point, this isn't just the first. Let's think about it. This isn't the first call that's happened like this, right? You go to any league in the world, and on a corner, as soon as there's someone that you can clearly see them wrapping around and pulling down, whether the ball is going towards them or not, they call that shit like 10 times out of 10. So you can say he wasn't going to affect the play, but this happens if not every week, every single game. There's a play where in a corner they're fighting to get position, and right before he's going to kick it, they make a move, and if you're holding on, like you're holding him from maybe getting into a position to get there, but I think the whole thing is the way he grabbed onto him, because if you look at it, Merino fakes him out in decent position, so Asensio kind of latches onto him back to the point where he's almost dragging him to the ground, so I think that's why it's a clear PK. If he doesn't touch him and the ball doesn't even go to him,
then they probably wouldn't have called it.
Porta catches the ball and they're on the counter,
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think, Gabi, as far as like with how Madrid played that game?
Well, it's been the same story the last couple of months. Like they're not playing good in the league, or they weren't playing good in the Champions League either. So it's kind of, I'm not surprised because we've kind of just been down and then just floating. Like there hasn't been a rise. We're barely winning games in the league. We just got eliminated from Champions League. We lost to a good Arsenal team. As far as the Mbappe PK or not, was that called offsides or no?
I think it was.
I don't think so.
Wasn't?
Like, so was it not a PK because it was offsides? Or
no, it wasn't a PK because they went back and looked at it and he didn't. It wasn't the same criteria of the play on Merino.
The official call was there's no PK because he was offsides, or it just wasn't a PK.
Just no PK.
Just no PK because then they start off on a goal kick.
Goal kick.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my opinion, it was a PK,
but
because he underhooks him. I just need one.
He's grabbing him by the waist.
No, he underhooks him. If I can get one underhook, I can control your whole body.
Yeah, but Mbappe was also holding him. You can see from the back view. So which one do you call?
Defender.
Okay, that's only one.
Hey, but I don't know. I like you said, Gabi, too, with Madrid. They like, and that's where I think even now they are moving on from Ancelotti, right? I sometimes feel like
There's rumors.
there's rumors. I sometimes do feel like there was no like tactics like with like for them to like exploit teams. Like there wasn't ever like I mentioned before, like they haven't had a game they win 5-0, 4-0, like nothing dominating. It's always just skating by. Them starting Alaba again, bro. Having dude, Alaba is so out of rhythm right now.
He's
Like
super out of rhythm.
they were just attacking his ass both legs.
Well,
Like
the midfield wasn't playing to our best either. Modric, like I said, looked his age. Bellingham wasn't playing his best game. They ended up subbing in what's his name, skinny guy in the middle also. Ceballos, and I don't think he didn't do crap when he went in. Eric sent me a message a few days ago too that if Bruno Fernandes was in this game, he could have like changed their midfield up big time. But we just gotta hope.
He's not.
I just saw them flat. I just saw them flat as fuck in the midfield. Like I used to think Bellingham was like their attacking guy, and for some reason this game he wasn't nowhere near like the attack or affecting it at all. It's like though the three midfielders they were all doing the same role. Like if you were to look at them in terms of like a game aspect, they were in a line like this.
And
There
that's
was never
the
that
dude.
threat of someone coming or someone staying ahead of the other two. Like they were all in a line or tirados pa fuera.
And we've always been coached to never do that. Never be in a line. Always a little bit staggered.
Yeah, but hey, do you guys remember what I said? Who was going to be the most effective player for Arsenal in this game? Do you remember, Fabian?
I don't. Saka?
Saka.
Yeah, and he was. He really was, dude.
Fucking tearing in both legs, tearing up Alaba, which after that first game, how do you even start that fool? After you just got torn up the way you did, and you throw him back in there, and he fucking tears him up again.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Eddie?
No, I was just gonna ask you guys, like, how'd you guys see like the body language or like the players? Because if I'm being honest, I hadn't counted them out. Like I said last week, I thought if Arsenal scored a goal, then yeah, but obviously that didn't, that didn't happen with that PK. He obviously missed it, but bro, you go at the end of the first half with 0 shots on goal, and you're down 3-0, like with all that firepower, that's crazy. Shots.
I could kind of say that. How would you look at their body language? I think like Vinny Jr.'s body language kind of represented a lot of the players' same kind of body language, where it's like, I don't know, the chemistry wasn't there. It was just everyone maybe trying to do a little bit of individualism.
You know what it was for me, Fabian? The one thing that I saw right away that clicked for me, that I was like, this is the difference between this Real team and other Real teams.
What is it?
I hate to put it on this one player because I love the way he fucking plays and he has a bright future. But to me, the way Asensio was acting in the first 15, 20 minutes, I think set the tone for Real Madrid, that they made it more mental and more about like they wanted to get into the heads of Arsenal instead of just fucking going out there and playing. Like for a certain como por un buen tiempo it was Asensio, and then boom, pegando paz, y luego venía otro paz, y se querían como alegrar el estadio, that's their thing, right? But when the whole stadium gets behind them, it's usually when they're fucking attacking you, like boom, boom, boom. And this time it was the opposite. It was more they got too caught up in the mental aspect of like
that where they lost.
Yeah,
they lost
and
the
Arsenal
way how
was
to play.
Arsenal was just like, this is perfect for us. Keep trying to come
Jude,
at us.
Even Jude, even Jude a little bit. Even Rudiger on one of the tackles, like he fucking needs Marino in the thigh. Like you mentioned, that's a good point as far as like they were maybe focused on something else instead of just attacking the whole game, because they have the talent. But
you're more focused on them, on Arsenal, than actually playing. And Arsenal was focused on playing and not get focused on getting hit by Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You see? So
that's
that
what
was
I'm
their
saying. La experiencia, I think lacked a little bit in that aspect because you have a guy like Sergio Ramos in there or un Casemiro that's been there, done that, and they play that game, but they don't lose their head and get caught up in pegar y pegar y pegar. Te pegan, pero empiezan a jugar and they I don't know. Like I said, I just think he set the wrong tone for the team in
Yes,
that aspect. Because then you get Vinny going, and you know Vinny, he's one
exactly.
of the biggest bitches on the team. As soon as you get that fool going, like también ese way pierde la cabeza.
I think
And
Ancelotti's
everything
out
else
after the
starts
season.
following after that.
What was that?
You think so?
I think Ancelotti's out after the season.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's after Copa del Rey. I heard a rumor that after Copa del Rey, he's gonna be someone else is gonna take over. So it's between Jurgen Klopp and Xabi Alonso, and also the guy from
Xabi
what's
Alonso.
his name? What's his name? Bournemouth, right?
I don't know the coach for
I
Bournemouth.
saw a rumor that they have el que estaba con el América que era del Real Madrid, the coach
Nah,
Solari. I think they
no.
kind of have him in the mix. I saw a post today that they have him in the mix. Pero, hey, is this one of the worst seasons for Ancelotti if he doesn't win anything?
I mean, to Real Madrid standards, yes, but to everyone else's standards, I don't think so.
Yeah, like the talent it's like a downfall, right? You did get Mbappe, you have that attacking trio, and you don't win a cup. If so, well, we don't know till Copa del Rey, but with Gabi, like he understands like this opens us up for now. Hey, we'll spend a little money next year, maybe get a better defense, get a little bit more depth, and I'm okay with that. We're not going to win it every year, but at this point, okay, it's a failure that we didn't win the Champions League. You know.
What did Gabi? What did you say in the group chat that you wish Chivas had a front office like Real Madrid?
He started.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Actually, from from
that
from Champions League,
that
I
that
guess.
leads into our next topic,
Yeah,
though.
let's talk about it. You guys aren't
Why do you
tired.
think?
Hold on, you guys aren't tired of all the bullshit. Like, gone are the days where we play Puebla, Querétaro, what is it, Juarez, where we know, okay,
Juarez?
we're we should win this game. Gone are those days. It's more, fuck. I hope we win. Like, we can't even beat those teams, and if we beat them, we barely fucking beat them. So what are we doing? So what is the problem? Is it the front? Is the front office? Are we? Do we don't have our fuerzas básicas is not there? Or we're not purchasing players? Like, what is it? Like, when does it? When does it end? When does it stop? I saw a stat. But Pavel Perez, he's got like the same amount of goals and assists with who's he with right now?
Necaxa.
With Necaxa, in his short amount of time there that he has his whole time with Chivas. So you wouldn't want a front office that spends a little bit of money and gets shit done?
Of course. I think that's
And gets
literally what everyone's been saying. Like, get him the fuck out, sell the team. But as far as like Pavel goes, it's that back to that conversation. It was like these fools leave and they don't feel that fucking same pressure, or I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, I actually liked him as a player. I thought I liked how he played. I don't know why we let him go, but like I said, look at Vega right now too. I mean, they go to these teams, and I don't know if like I mean he's been saying it himself in interviews lately. Like, he didn't take it as serious when he was here. He wasn't as professional. He was blah 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 blah. Well, guess what? It's too late for that. So, I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it's just back to that same conversation we've had before, where like it happens time and time again, where we get hit with the ley del ex half the time when we do play some of these guys too, and yeah, I mean, it sucks to see these guys go on in a sense and fucking have
A lot.
do
A lot
good
of success.
in a way. Obviously, I want to see them do good, but yeah, I mean,
Well,
like I said, here we go again.
yeah. Well, let's just close out on the Champions League real quick. We'll be talking about those matchups again on the next pod where me, Eric, and Rob will be on. And yeah, so that closes that. We're into the Chivas debate now, where Chivas played on Tuesday, right? They played Puebla
Mm-hmm.
1-0. I did watch most of this game. Eric Gutierrez scored a goal in that one, right?
Golazo.
Yeah, Chivas legend goalie from last
That's
weekend.
right. No, no one got a red card in this game, right? Also, no red cards in this one.
Well, don't even get me started, bro, because I had a bunch of notes from last Friday's game versus Mazatlan. Because I mean, you guys touched on it a little bit. This fucking these referees are jokes, bro. Like they're clowns. They're like,
Oh,
I don't
but
know if
it's
you
that
guys-
one motherfucker.
Who? Which one? Which
The
one?
same fucker that for the Mazatlan partido is that motherfucker. It's always that's the guy who kneed the León player in the balls.
Oh yes. Last year, I believe.
And
That was wild.
but in this Chivas Puebla's game, we had our girl Katia Garcia, I think her last name was.
Here we go,
Katia,
Fabian.
Rob, her name is Katia Itzel.
Yeah,
Here we go.
let me look her up. Katia Itzel.
But did you guys think she did okay in this game though?
I love how Fabian had to put that shit in there out of everything.
Bro,
So you were more focused on Katia Itzel, okay?
wow. You know,
y'all gonna get this guy in trouble.
He's getting himself in trouble.
I just gotta call out, the differences that I've seen. Okay, there's just different things that happen.
She's a little bit more empathetic on us or something, or what?
She didn't give anyone a red card in this game.
I don't think the reffing was that bad, and I think it was all females too.
Yeah, no, this game there wasn't an issue. I mean, looking at the lineup, honestly, I liked it. I like seeing Wilke and Pulido. I like seeing the two forwards. Wilke, bro, reminds me of like an old school number 9, man, like the Nigri style Borghetti. I don't know, like
Yes.
and
Yeah,
I like
was
it,
about
bro.
to say that
Every
shit, the
time I
Nigris.
see him, I'm like, obviously he still needs to grow and in the sense of like gain that experience. He's still young, but just seeing him and Pulido together, like I've been liking it, and hopefully he keeps it this way. I mean, I feel like it worked out porque el Pulido like le gusta bajar mucho. He plays off, off his back, and then that opens up a little bit for Wilke. But yeah, like,
Well, how do you think this is gonna affect Chicharito then, Eddie?
He's going to San Diego.
I mean, literally what happened, he'll give him 10, 15 minutes at the end. I mean, if he's here next year, we don't know. That's the thing, right?
Did you guys see when he subbed on, they booed him?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of like him and whoever's coming out in the moment. But yeah, obviously, like there's the part of the fan base that does it. I don't agree with that shit. Like if someone is on your team, as much as you don't like them or whatever, like you gotta support. Because then they start doing that with all the players. Imagine these young kids coming up, they get booed, like it just starts fucking with you. And I think they've talked about it in interviews before, like other players. I think specifically, what's your number one defender, Eric?
El Pollo?
El Pollo Briseño. Shout out Adrian. Nah, but I think in that interview he talked about a little bit how, like, the pressure of, I mean, not just being a professional, but like playing for Chivas and like everything that it affects. But yeah, I mean, going back to the game, pinche golazo del Guti, man. It was like he said, "Fuck it," like literally, I'm gonna just go for it, and fucking le salió, dude. Golazo.
You have to get a good shot, and he's not left-footed. I think he's right-footed, right?
No, he's left-footed.
No, I think he is.
Oh, he is left-footed, so that's why that shot was like.
Bro, that
good
shit
with a
went
good
like
amount of
this.
power.
That shit went.
Yeah, they kept replaying it, like trying to see si le pegó en defensa, but no la agarró perrísimo el güey with the outside of the foot. That's why.
But that was the only goal of the game, dude. But there's a few that Puebla like was attacking. Puebla wasn't backing down. I felt like for a point they could have tied.
Yeah, there was a point at the end of the game where I was like, bro, like I could
Tie.
start feeling that vibe, like, oh fuck, here we go. But hey, shout out El Dragon, literally his second game as a pro, like
I love him. I like
to
him.
have to step in, like he's done good.
Yo,
You know who didn't do good? That pissed me off. Tell me, Gabby.
that one, Cade Cow, he just had to stop in and first touch, send it to Chicharito to score a goal. at the end.
That's exactly what I was getting to. He pissed me off, kind of like a Harry Maguire situation where I was like, fuck this shit.
Wait, what had I just wrote in the group chat? Literally,
I don't
a
remember.
second goal right now would be so fucking
Yup.
clutch. Because look at, like, I mean, going into
the
the
goal
next sort of
differential.
segment that we have, that affected this possible scenarios for the weekend. Literally.
Pumas won.
Oh, because of goal
crazy.
difference? The goal difference?
Goal difference, bro. I mean, yeah, Cal, bro, like, he had it. I don't know why he waited. Like,
He kind of lifted
literally,
his head up. He saw
had
it.
time. Because at first I was like, oh, maybe he didn't have time. But when they did the replay, I was like, this motherfucker had time.
Yes, he
Because
did.
the defender was coming back, but Chicharito was literally just waiting.
Wide open, dude.
And
like, even, yeah.
I'm
Is it fucked
shocked.
up for me to think that Chicharito would have missed that shit?
Nah, bro, there's no way. That one in specific, I think if he misses it, El Mismo hangs him up, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
First class flight to San Diego after that.
Literally,
Son of
bro.
a gun. But there's rumors too that Kyle could be going out next season too, isn't there?
I mean, yeah, there's been talks, but I mean, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Pass him the ball. Holy shit, man.
Seriously pissed me off, but like Eddie was getting to the goal difference, but it didn't really matter because Pumas won and that got him up to 21 points and Chivas got up to 20 points.
No, y luego
So
Pumas goleó, ¿no? Wasn't it like 4-0?
oh no. Let me see.
No.
No, they
2-0.
beat Santos 2-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they actually played yesterday. They were up 1-0 by ex-legend Martinez.
Damn, it's gonna be intense though. The next game because Pumas played Tigres,
Yeah.
and then that helps us out. But we play the Clásico though.
Yeah,
But
but
Atlas,
that 2-0 though for Pumas last night helped them also in the same scenario that we're talking about with the goal difference. I would have been like, okay, whatever, 1-0, but the 2-0 now makes it a little bit more interesting.
we play Atlas, right, Rob?
Yup. The only way that we can get in is if
Tigres beat
we
Pumas.
win. Is if
So-
we Tigres beat Pumas and we tie or we win.
These are the scenarios I got for you guys.
Dale, empieza.
So first off, I mean Chivas needs to win and Pumas tie or lose and we're in. Because Pumas is playing Tigres. That's the first. If Chivas tie and Pumas lose by a 2-goal difference, then we're still in. They would have to lose by 2 goals though, like no matter the scoreline, but 2 goals.
Because that'll tie us in points with them.
Yep. But that would give us that extra goal in goal differential. And then this is where we get into the weeds. If we lose, we're out, like straight up. If Pumas win, we're out. If we tie and Pumas only lose by 1 goal, then we're out because of that 1 goal difference.
But what about the 1 goal difference? But I was gonna say the head-to-head. Do they do a head-to-head? Because we beat Pumas 1-0.
Yeah, but from the first tiebreaker is goal difference, and then
okay.
it's goal scored is second. So
we're
they would
gonna-
beat us.
Yeah.
And then if they were tied there, the third one is head to head.
Head to head, so we need Tigres to beat the shit out of Pumas.
Yup.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, they're not going to have it easy. They're going to be away at Tigres. And Tigres is also fighting for that 4th spot. I mean, they're in 4th right now, but they're trying to keep that spot to go straight into La Ligia. So, I mean, they're going to want to win. So that helps us.
So the simple thing is we win and they lose and we're in. That's it.
That's it, exactly.
Win or they lose or tie. If they lose or tie, yeah.
Eddie, if we make it, who would be our possible rival in the play-in?
I believe it's León. Well, I mean, depending on who I think ends up in 5th place. Because
It could be Leo.
Yeah.
Is Mazatlan still there?
I think Mazatlan is out.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they're not a part of the 10th place is either going to be Pumas or Chivas.
Yeah.
Because Juarez is going to stay in 9th also.
Man, Well, I mean that's basically where the scenarios that we have. Well, it's gonna be a good game on Saturday. Then I mean I'm gonna be having a couple brews and some carne asada on that day.
Yeah,
I was.
clásico tapatío.
It's gonna be another good one too.
Yeah,
Atlas always plays Chivas.
I got a question for you guys, and I'm trying to look at it from the aspect of what's in the better interest for Chivas as a whole. But does qualifying, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because to me, I see it, if we qualify, and let's say we do sneak into la liguilla, para mí it's like el mismo pinche problema en la selección. Nomás tapamos un boquete, but the whole issue is still there. You know what I mean? And it's like I feel like Mexican teams, especially Chivas, tend to lean on like, well, we made playoffs, so things aren't that bad. So maybe
Even though we
seguimos
had
con
a
el mismo
shitty
coach,
ass season.
seguimos con el mismo equipo. So it's like I necessarily don't know if us qualifying is a good thing, because it's like they're gonna take it as like, well, it wasn't that bad of a season, when in reality, dude, it's been a fucking dumpster fire.
Let's start with Eddie, and then Rob, and then Gabby.
I mean, unfortunately, that's just how our league is. I mean, honestly, at all week, I'm fucking pissed. I just always mad. The weekend comes, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm here for Chivas. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna cheer. I want them to win. So, to answer your question, yes, I want to get in. Like, I don't want to fucking miss the Liga, so I want to get in.
Yeah, I think the same thing. It's like once you get in, you have an opportunity to win the thing. So it's like, yeah, that it does disguise that, like, okay, you didn't have a good season, but you're giving yourself a chance to win at that point. So getting yourself in is sometimes all the best shot that you need. So
That's what she said, Rob.
let it get it in. Let it get it in.
Damn.
What about you, Gabby?
Even though if it's just the tip.
When I started my soccer career and I played for Mexico United, I had this mentality that said,
Oh,
it doesn't matter how we get in, let's get in, and from there, we'll see what happens. That's all I got.
we won a championship, I think, when we were like in 8th place, I think.
did?
Do you guys remember that?
Yep.
Yes.
So
that's where Eddie, Gabby and I agree on that.
doesn't matter how you get in, as long as you get in.
Wait, sorry. Before we move on, though, I was mistaken on the play-in. I want to just clear that up for the listeners, to remind them, since we have a crazy league that changes their rules every once in a while. So 1 through 6 qualify directly. 7th place plays versus 8th, and then the 7th, whoever wins that, they advance as the 7th, and then the loser of that match plays the winner of 9th versus 10th.
What a shit show.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like basketball's. It's like the basketball
Liga,
play-in. It's basically
Liga
the same
NBA.
as Liga NBA.
Jesus.
So essentially, like right now, if they were to start this weekend, it'd be Necaxa versus Monterrey, 7th versus 8th.
That's right.
Whoever loses that game would play the winner of Juarez or Pumas, 9th versus 10th.
Wait, Monterrey's still in the play-in even though they beat America?
They got up to 25 points, Eric, so they're in 8th place right now.
They're
Damn, I
able
thought that was
to.
going
They're
to put
able
them
to.
with that win.
No, I mean they're able to jump if they win and they get some results this weekend. But yeah, they're in the play-in right now.
But we gotta shout that out. Monterrey beat America 1-0 for all you lovers that want to know that.
Not just that, they lost a couple of key players, I believe.
Who, America?
I think El Rayo and El Otro way, what's his name, Valdez, both got hurt and might be out for weeks.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. No one gives a
Damn.
shit here. We don't have
Wishing on
any
their
empathy
downfall.
for them here. Hey, well, yeah. I mean, the scenarios are pretty crazy at this point. I mean, well, it's pretty cut and dry at this point, but we got to win to get in.
Yes, sir.
So,
Liga MX this weekend.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, bro, what the fuck are they talking about? He did not boo. I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh yeah, he was in the stands. The cameras like zoomed in on him. Did you,
Bro, who saw that video and thought, oh yeah, he booed? Like, what?
Bro, no one until they started making it a thing.
Clickbait.
Like, yeah, he obviously said something to the guy, like maybe he said, hey, ira, or like some shit, but like, cause then he was like, oh, si escucha, like, but he didn't fucking boo. Like, people are so dumb, bro. What the fuck?
They're so fucking stupid, bro. Not to mention
French.
that I don't think people realize, like, when you watch something on TV and then they're there, like, they're always atrasado like 5 seconds. So like by the time he did this reaction and by the time they booed on TV and all that happened, like Romo está atrasado, I think, still like 5 seconds before that shit even happens.
They said they even booed Chicharito or something too.
Yeah. We saw that when he went in as a sub.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost every game now.
But
It's
yeah,
like,
dude, like Eddie said, anything they can make Chivas into fucking news.
yeah, the media, the Atlas and America media gotta get their money somehow each week. So
Well, that's why we got to throw shade back at their asses too.
Well, let's win this weekend, and we'll fucking have a lot to talk about and a lot to celebrate.
Definitely. So let's move on to our next segment. That, as you know, here in the U.S., there's a tournament where a lot of amateur league teams play in called the U.S. Open Cup. There's some surprising results. Eddie, did you see a few of those?
hell yeah, man. I mean, obviously, there's still a lot of like lower division teams right now, but the fun part is coming up next round is when the MLS teams are gonna join. But yeah, I mean, on Tuesday, I was watching the Tacoma Defiance game versus the Oakland Roots. Man, shout out the local kid Peter Kingston, UW
Golazo.
ex Sunday League legend.
For real, Rob. No joke. We played it with him. He played with us.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
disclaimer:
bro, but-
Peter Kingston was not signed to Tacoma while he was playing Sunday League. He was not signed.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
You did not hear
Disclaimer.
that from the fantasy cuz.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, but man, hey, 28th minute free kick, pretty
Golazo.
far out. Pretty far out. I'm like, oh, un pinche centrazo ahorita.
Mhm.
Bro, he placed it top corner. The goalie ni hizo el esfuerzo. He just like watched it go in, bro.
He kind of fell
Banger.
back. He kind of fell backwards and just saw the ball go in. I was like, "What the hell's the goal?"
Bro, he's always been a set piece specialist. Like, he's fucking good as fuck at free kicks.
Banger, bro. And they've been in the last couple weeks that his name's been coming up a lot in
Yeah.
the Sounders community. Like,
Yeah.
even from the coaches and interviews, I've been hearing them. So shout out to him,
So
man.
if he keeps doing what he's doing, we could see him playing on the Sounders soon.
That's what we're saying is like this is a good opportunity for some of these guys to get looked at with playing against this next round. So that's gonna be good for him next round. I know a little stat on this. The last team, only non-MLS team to have won this was in 1999, Rochester, the Raging Rhinos.
In 1999, Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, they're
Back
also
with-
the last MLS next team that's left in this tournament. So
Yep.
what I
Oh,
wanted to
that's
kind of
awesome.
like say was like, this just goes to show how good like this fucking Sounders youth system and how good they are developing is. Like, that just goes to show like how fucking good
Well-
their system is and how well ran and how focused they are on developing talent, dude.
Well, you know who their next team is, Eric, that the Tacoma is playing against?
Yeah. Who is it,
Well-
Eddie? Let's hear it.
The Port Scum Timbers. Nah, it's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be at legendary Starfire. I love that little stadium.
Nice.
And I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a crowd, especially after finding out that they're coming up here. And I mean, just that opportunity of like possibly eliminating your rival with your second team. Just the possibility. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
yeah, but the
Hey, but I'm gonna knock on
possibility-
wood for it to happen.
Hey, you would have that in your.
But I was gonna
You would have that in your back pocket.
imagine, bro. Just
Forever.
imagine. Yeah, bro. That like that's for the history books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna hit you up, Fabian. I mean, that's one we probably got to go to, bro. It's in a
I think
couple
we got
weeks.
it. I think we do got to go to it, Robin. You got to join us.
I'm gonna probably join you guys on that
Just
one.
for
Let
the
me know.
vibes, bro. Just for
Yeah.
the vibes.
Hey, I want to be Tacoma, the Defiance, fucking biggest fan right there for you guys.
Nah, yeah, it should be cool. But yeah, I mean, Double. Hey, we're all gonna be split, bro. Don't worry. We're all on the same one. I
Hey, I'm
feel
on
you.
Tacoma, and I also have like my primo on
Yes,
El
sir.
Paso, El Paso. So, hey, I'm going for them. They actually, uh, so little thing. I don't know if did you guys end up watching that game, the El Paso
I
versus
just saw the
New
highlights.
Mexico?
Eddie watched more of the game, but I saw the highlights.
Yeah, bro. I turned it on close to the end of the regulation game, and yeah, man. Shout out to them, bro. They held on. I think they tied it close to the end of the regulation. No, Rob?
Yeah, shout out to Rob, my well Coronado, my cousin right there.
Yes, sir.
Um, I got a little reporting news from that. I know that Eddie was telling me that there was a lot of shit talking from the goalie this
Wait,
during the game.
Yeah, but you know why?
Ed,
Because they ended up going 2-2 in regulation. They went into extra time, and then no score there, so they went into a PK shootout. And Robert was the first one up to take a PK.
Yeah, but there was been all like a little bit talking all game. So
Oh,
like
was there?
there was talking all game is what I kind of found out.
I
And
like it.
he was the second goalkeeper too. So there was a
mm,
little shade thrown that he's hey, you don't even get playing time, but this is
Ooh.
getting rowdy. So he so you I don't know if you guys saw it in one of the goals, but Rob actually shoulder checked the goalkeeper on one of them and after to celebrate.
ah,
So,
Oh.
and then the guy was like, so Rob has been training all week for PKs, just for
Yeah.
these moments and stuff.
Yeah.
And you saw how he kind of touched it and still went in.
Yeah.
He was training all week. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This
okay.
is where it's at.
Yep.
And he still made it happen. And right after he's like, "Ooh, you were shitting." He's like, "You were shitting yourself that I had that. You were shitting yourself." And
That's
that's
what
what
the
the
goalie
goalkeeper.
said.
That's what he was saying. He's like, "Hey, you're shitting yourself." Blah blah blah. But basically, he was talking all game. And I know with Rob was. He's excited for the opportunity to play against Austin FC to get that, that next game against the like an MLS team. So
Yeah.
That's badass, man.
yeah, he's
Eric and I were talking about the New Mexico team. We knew they weren't going to be easy, right, Eric?
No, like Gabby had mentioned before, the fan base they have built down there, like they're a legit thing.
They,
Well, that was a good win. Like I said, I know that he's been playing solid. Did you catch any of that, Gabi, or anything?
I didn't, but I noticed that he's been playing center mid with them, huh? Because with Rio Grande, he was playing left back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's right.
That's where. So he played left back. Like I said, I never really liked that they played him at left back because he's always played center mid, and he's a really good guy to like get his teammates involved and always makes that good pass.
Mm,
But luckily he signed as a center mid the last like even last year he started getting moved up. So it's good to see him being playing in his best position in my opinion.
You know what sort of think, Rob? Sometimes, I mean, this is my personal opinion. I feel like when there's a player that's so good, I feel like it's happened before where like they just want to get him on the field, and for some reason they always put him at left back or right
Yeah,
back. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
kind of like a Valverde.
And he was never he was never a defender growing. He was always the maestro in the fucking on the
Yeah, that's
field.
why I remember when he was at Fullerton. No, he was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep. So
He's a
shout out to
utility
him
player.
for sure. He's just
yeah.
you
Shout
want to
out
get him
Robert.
on the
Hey,
field.
how fucking cool that he's in a they're going up against Austin, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
Where are
and
they
they have
That
a
was
good team.
where are they playing at?
it's
Oh, they're,
April. Let me
they're
see.
playing
I
they're
think it
playing in
might be
Austin.
in Austin.
They're playing in
Yeah,
Austin.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Oh, even cooler experience, bro. Honestly.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm shout out to Corn Dog.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy right there. Um, for sure. I know that's what his little nickname, all right? So that's his name. But homie's gonna like I said, for me even having a conversation with him before the year too, it's like cuz there's games that I catch with him like that I noticed that like little differences in his games over like his years of playing in like the second league and all that and even in Fullerton. It's like now he knows where to position himself. Now he knows like where that remontada the ball's gonna be and to play like he's that pro now like where he knows like in the positions he needs to be. So he's really comfortable now and he's found himself to like I said, I hope he gets an opportunity to show out and then get into called up potentially
Future.
like that player you guys are talking about in Tacoma.
Yep.
That hey, let's get him some eyes, have a great game, and Get him a contract in MLS.
Do you guys know if El Paso is like affiliated with someone like Houston Dynamo or anyone?
No, they used to be like all these teams in the USL. They used to be, and like because he used to play for RGVFC or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were
Houston.
Houston. Yeah, they were Houston's
Affiliate.
affiliate, but then they stopped doing that.
So, because that's what I was thinking. Whereas with Tacoma Defiance, they're affiliates with the Sounders, and that's why those players can go jump over easily. So,
Yeah.
for Rob, it'll just be like if an MLS team wants to get him, he's not affiliated with anyone, but any MLS team could like pick him up. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Sign our boy Rob.
Sign our boy to Rob.
Pay the man.
Did you guys see the other games, Gabby? Did you see Las Vegas?
They lost. But I didn't watch
Well,
it.
they tied 2-2.
Yeah, but they lost in PKs.
They tied 2-2, but they lost in PKs and against. Where the heck is Chattanooga? Where is that? Do you guys know where Chattanooga is?
Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
So, man, it would have been cool for Vegas to move on. But now Chattanooga is going to play against Nashville now. And then for the other side, Eric, did you see the switchbacks?
No, I just saw the highlights, but I saw it was went into extra times too. But they got the win, and they're gonna play your boys' team.
Oh yeah, the Englishman that plays for the Red Bulls.
There you go.
Do your English accent. Do your English accent.
Bloody hell, motherfucker!
Oh yes, sir.
There's gonna be some good games, but I didn't know that Tacoma is the only MLS Next team out of all these other teams that are like championship teams, USL 1, USL 2. Tacoma's
There's
the only.
three league. Well, yeah, I know. 3 League 1 division or the like 3 of the third division teams in it. I also just to shout out. Hopefully down the road, we'll try to get Corn Dog on here. I know he says maybe potentially after the game against Austin FC, we can try to get a little.
Hell yeah! We won't even say Rob anymore. We'll just be like, "What's up, Corn Dog?"
No. Con respeto, ¿verdad?
Hey, no, but yeah, that's a good shout there, Rob. I mean, we got some other stuff cooking, so look out down the line. We got some more cool stuff coming out for the listeners.
Yep. Thank you, Eddie.
To close this segment up, the last one that we are forgetting to mention was Sacramento beat Farolito. Dude, that was the other team. That was the amateur team from San Francisco. They almost could have beat Sacramento, and they would have been the only team like that are non-pro.
Not in the soccer pyramid at all.
Exactly. And they barely lost 1-0 to Sacramento, so that one would have been cool to see if El Farolito would have moved on.
Hey, they need to make moves real quick and start investing in them, making them in the USL or at least the lowest division, bro. Because you're taking Sac Republic like that to the end with just a fucking taqueria team.
Yeah. I think they already won that $50K, right, for being the last.
Oh, that's right.
And I think there's one more $50K with like all the third division remaining teams. I don't know how they would win or who would win it if they all get eliminated, but that's another cool shout for those remaining teams. And before we move on, you guys want to know a random person that plays on the Oakland Roots?
Yeah. Who?
Jurgen Damm.
No way.
What?
No way.
Dude, that's crazy. I thought that fool was still like on America.
Or with Tigres. He was with Tigres too.
Damn.
He had been moving around. I don't know where his last team was, but he got subbed in like late in the game.
Did he?
No.
Did he start?
No, he got subbed in. I think, honestly, menospreciaron el Tacoma because I don't think they started their players. I didn't think like they started all their players. So, I mean,
that's what happens.
Jurgen Damm.
Well, that wraps up the U.S. Open. I know we'll get into that. You guys can get into that as well, but I'm gonna be getting into it as well. I'll be watching some of the games, especially with Rob in there.
Yes,
Hell yeah! Let's get into our next segment. Let's get away from soccer for a little bit, because we were all over the place for a second right there. So let's cool down now with some NFL draft
Hoy no más
news,
cool
and
down. Vas a calentar
opinions.
motores más con esta madre.
Shit.
No, but preview a little bit of what's to come, I guess, down the line on Thursdays too, right?
Next Thursday, right,
No, but
Eddie?
I'm saying down once football season starts. I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to start talking a little bit more about football or fantasy football, trades, whatever, all that stuff that happens around the NFL. We'll be talking about it on Thursday Night Futbol in this segment, these episodes.
Yeah. So I know what we
Let's
were
get
gonna
it
go
cracking.
over is like what maybe like a top five who you think's maybe someone who like your top five prediction as well as maybe your top three rookies that will be the best in fantasy as well. So let's
Hey,
go over.
wait! I got a question for Gabby. Gabby, why are the Raiders trying to trade their QB1?
Who? Gino?
No, Aiden O'Connell.
Gotta stack them picks.
'Cause they just got Gino
Yeah.
and they're going for
He's
Shador.
QB1 though.
Why are you messing with him? I know Eric
It's not working.
Gino Smith's literally a upgrade from Aiden O'Connell.
It's not working.
Well, he
I
wants
mean,
to know what Gabby thinks.
I want to know what Gabby thinks. That's my rival team right there. Apart from him being my cousin, that's our rival team.
Hey, put respect on Geno Smith's name, who already beat your team.
yeah. Hey, shout out Eddie.
Yep.
Damn, lo cayó.
Yeah.
Lo cayó.
Rob.
Sí.
I mean, it's just like we can go back and forth, but
Let's
Yeah,
before
okay,
we talk about the players, Rob,
Mhm.
so that we all know, like, because I forgot who has the number one pick. The Titans. The Titans have the number one pick. Then the Browns are second pick. The Giants have third pick, and the Patriots have the fourth pick, and the Jaguars have the fifth pick. And then the Raiders are dropped all the way down to 6. So that gives us an idea, I think, of like where these potential players can go because of the teams that have the picks, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the first pick's going to be quarterback, in my opinion. I think it's going to be Cam Ward. He's been the guy that's been typed up for the last few months. So,
I
You
agree.
you don't think Shador will go there?
Shador's not going
no,
in the
I think
five.
Shador barely. Yeah, Shador's either going to the Raiders or he's going to fall, I think, real bad. I think it's going to be one
Yeah,
of those.
I think he
because the
falls.
Giants don't need it, the Patriots don't need it, the Jaguars don't need the
Okay, he
QB.
says Eric, no. Why do you say no?
I don't. I mean, I think it'd be one of the biggest mistakes if he falls. I hate that everyone's hating on him the way they are, but I think my like pick for him, I think he's gonna go to Cleveland in the second pick
That's the second pick.
because who are Cleveland's options right now? Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson, and who
Jameis
else?
Winston. Did Jameis Winston sign with him or no?
No, he's with
One
the
of the
Giants.
Giants.
Jameis
Oh
Winston with the
yeah.
Giants.
He's with Russ.
Hey, that's gonna be solid.
So I think the Browns would be stupid not to take another swing at a franchise QB when there's a chance there. Um, and like I said, I just think the Shador hate is more of a
But
personal hate than his actual talent.
do you think he will do good at the Browns though, Eric?
I don't know if he'll do good at all in the NFL, but I'm just saying, in terms of like talent wise, he shouldn't be a guy that falls.
I
Well,
mean, I saw a
here's
little
the thing,
the thing
though.
about his pro day. Go ahead, Gabby.
Here's the thing, though. Like, he's not even in the top five as an NFL player, as a prospect. Nah, I'm not talking about quarterback. Just as a prospect, I don't even think he's in the top 10 as a prospect, as a
Nah,
football player,
I don't
not
think
a
so,
quarterback.
Gabby.
Not a quarterback. Obviously,
Yeah,
he's
but
he's
but
the second best
regardless of
quarterback.
that, what do we know about the draft? Regardless of whether he's a prospect or not, teams when they're quarterback like needy, at the end of the day, all that shit goes out the window. Just look at last year's draft. So say, who would have thought that many quarterbacks were going to be taken in the first of all, the first three picks, and then Michael Penix was fucking crazy. No one saw that shit. And honestly, I mean, Bo Nix in the moment was probably a risk to take him that high. Obviously, it paid off, but like that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, quarterback needy teams. I think at the end of the day, they're like, fuck it, we're not going to be the team who missed out on a guy because maybe he wasn't the prospect that he was, made out to be.
Quarterback class last year is a lot better than this year's, I think.
I think so too. I think so too.
I don't think that you're gonna.
Go ahead, Rob.
Is even better.
Next year
It's next year's even better.
Next year's gonna be like last year.
Yeah.
This year you have Cam Ward and Shadur, and that's it. And then now there's
maybe Jackson Dart. Yeah, next year is gonna be solid, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think anyone else other than Cam Ward first pick?
There's a guy that I did a little research on called Abdul Carter from Penn State. I don't know. He's a linebacker. I don't know if the Titans. I don't know if the Titans need someone like that. But we know that they don't need a QB.
Well, did you guys see what Cam Ward said on like his fucking Twitch stream? They were like asking him like who he thinks the best wide receivers are, and he put fucking Calvin Ridley as the one. And then guess who he put after Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase?
Who?
Treylon Burks.
What the hell?
He's trying to get good chemistry with that team already.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that shit's set in stone. I think it's Cam Ward no matter what.
Yeah, I think for the second pick, even though the Browns, you're saying that they need a quarterback and all that, if you put Abdul Carter right next to Myles Garrett on the opposite side, that's like a fucking nightmare for teams. And that's you win, you could get real far with one of the best defensive lines. So that can turn the team around too, not only just the quarterback. Having Myles Garrett and Abdul Carter in the fucking defensive line.
Yeah, those are the names that I've been seeing. Like could go as the number one pick. The other one that I saw was Travis Hunter. Where do you guys think Travis Hunter could go to?
He's going to Cleveland. That's my second.
You think? Okay, that's an interesting one.
I think he goes third to the Giants.
You, Rob?
I think I don't know where to put him. I just don't see his like I saw some videos of the pro day like there's other wide receivers that make his ass look fucking bad. Like he's so choppy and
bro, you're fucking crazy.
Travis what Hunter. Are you talking about? What are you gonna compare him to like fucking Justin Jefferson or a pro like even the McMillan guy? Like
no one's comparing him to the number one receiver in the NFL.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying not even as a talent wise. I don't put Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. I put him as a cornerback. I think he's a good cornerback.
Right. But imagine if he was to play one position, how much he would have dominated. Like that's the crazy part. Like it's the whole going back to Shohei versus Travis when there was that debate, but there's no fucking debate. Shohei's a fucking GOAT. But it's a fact that he does two things at the highest level possible. So imagine if he was just doing one thing.
Dory Jackson, I don't know if you guys remember him from USC. Dory Jackson played wide receiver and cornerback, same thing. And he would take punts back too. But he wasn't getting as much hype as Travis Hunter because maybe Deion Sanders is such a good marketer that's where we're getting just Travis Hunter hype. But Dory Jackson did it a couple years.
So you're saying he has no talent at all?
I'm saying he does, but I'm saying the way that Deion Sanders markets his guys, he's gonna get talked about more than Dory Jackson did it like whatever, and he did it at a high level. So it's like
the only way to prove your point, Rob, is if the Browns take him. And then he does shit.
I just don't think he's a wide receiver or like I don't think he's a NFL wide receiver. And go ahead and draft him in Eric in your fantasy team and see how he does.
Is that even going to be possible?
You won't draft him. In my.
But like, is that even possible? Like, if he plays both positions, how do you draft a guy like that?
He can only be a.
It does. It's happened in the tight end with
But like, what happens if during the game he plays both sides? Like, how the fuck does that even like? Do you just get points when he plays attacking or what?
Well, I think if he gets an
the league that we're in,
if he gets an interception,
so what happens there?
What's the fucker's name from the Saints that was like QB, tight end, running back?
Hill.
Oh, yeah, Taysom Hill.
Damn, Rob just put me on. The way my season went last year, I probably would draft him. So thanks, Rob. I'm gonna write that one down.
You're gonna draft Hunter?
To not draft him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would have.
Yeah, good stuff, Eddie.
Don't be like an Adrian, but yeah, Gabby.
Wait, never mind. Because he said Abdul Carter to the.
But Eddie.
No, he said Travis Hunter to the Giants. Is that what you said, Eric? And
Who
then you second.
starts?
I give that one. I give that third.
What do you mean, Eddie? Who starts?
No.
They have Malik Neighbors already as a wide receiver, so that would be to
No,
give him another.
I thought you were talking about the quarterback.
So who's okay? Who's
Well,
the second?
where
Okay,
it's good.
we were on the second pick with the Browns. I said Travis Hunter. Who you got, Rob?
Rob said
Abdul Carter.
Eddie, who do you got?
No one. No, honestly, I don't really follow the college too much, bro. So you guys are speaking a little Chinese for me. I'm just trying to take my notes for fantasy next year.
Get your notes out for fantasy. Eric, number 2, who you got?
No,
Yeah,
but for
yeah.
fantasy, yeah, I'm just writing my notes down right now.
Literally, I don't know if I want to give up the prediction of who's the best
No,
rookies
Rob,
to
you
draft.
gotta give everyone. You gotta give the people, what they want.
I would have given the people how my insight is on giving all my secrets.
Eddie will learn though. Eddie is, we still have a few months to go, and Eddie will catch on.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but to answer your question, Gabby, I got the Browns taking Shador.
Shit, that one's está cabrón.
That's a bad take, Eric. Right?
Who are we going for number 3?
I would be surprised if the Browns draft Hunter.
I had Travis Hunter at 3.
I have Abdul Carter at 3 to the Giants.
Rob, who do you have?
Number 3, yeah. I had Will Campbell. I think you want to get an offensive line behind Russ at this point. You don't want to waste his potential. It's going to be so. I'd get an offensive line to him.
Yeah, but you know how dumb the Giants are, bro. They won't do that. You know who they're gonna get? Gentry. They don't. Who do they have as running back?
They're not Genty won't, even if there was running back needed teams, he won't go top 3 or top 4 or even top 5.
I mean, Rob could be right too that the Giants, if they're smart, they'll do that. But I've been reading a lot that Genty can go as high as like 3 or 4, meaning he can go to the Giants or the Patriots.
Ese guy se va a ir to one of the teams that's on this screen.
Oh, what do you think about that?
To the Raiders.
My heart says to take him, but my mind says it's not sexy, but you either take an offensive lineman or you trade back.
It'd be smart for you guys to trade back, especially with somebody needing a quarterback more or something like that. You guys that'd be smart.
Well, right now,
I don't know wherever he lands though. Go ahead, Gabby.
Well, right now the Saints are dealing with Derek Carr, so our old guy might help us out. He's going to be out for the season probably. So who knows? Maybe we can get a trade down with the Saints, go down to number 9, stack up some picks, trade Eric's favorite quarterback on the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell, and get another pick there. But if he's there at 6, I mean, fuck yeah, let's take Genty. I'm down. Pete Carroll gets his Marshawn.
Yeah, another
That's
little
exactly
Marshawn.
what I was gonna say. Like, it's crazy not to take him because you're like recreating almost that like duo that they had in Seattle.
Eddie, are we gonna be supporting the what we call them, the Las Vegas Seahawks?
I mean, yeah, why not? They're not in my division. They're not in my conference. They're not in my.
That's
I was just
crazy.
gonna say that.
Y'all and your guys' 2 team supporters.
Not supporting is just
Chill
golf
out.
clap.
Chill out, fam. You're talking about 2 teams supporting. You're a Sounders fan. You're a Galaxy fan. You're a Rapids fan. What else?
That's MLS.
He's a Man U. He's a Barca fan. He's a fucking.
Half those MLS teams were just attached to me for some reason. I have no clue how.
All right,
Always
so
writing something, huh, Eric?
So who are the Patriots taking?
Will
So
Campbell.
I'm gonna make my change actually from the 3rd pick. I'll put that the Giants pick Travis Hunter, and then my 4th one will be Will Campbell.
That's a good one.
Because
Offensive tackle.
Yeah, because the quarterback that the Drake May, I feel he is the quarterback of the future. You want to protect that
That
guy.
that guy is good, dude. I watched a little bit of him actually when he was at LSU. He's a big boy too. So to help out that offensive line, well, definitely, yeah.
He was at
Because,
UNC, Fabian.
but wasn't he at LSU too? Ah, because
Yeah, he was at LSU. What are you talking about, Eric?
Drake May?
oh no, we're
No,
talking
Will
about Will
Campbell.
Campbell.
Oh, I thought you said Drake May.
No, he's gonna help Drake May out. So I think so too. I agree with Rob that that's where the Patriots will go with him. What do you think, Abby?
I think Mike Vrabel is a defensive guy, so he's going to take the best D lineman in the draft, Mason Graham,
From Michigan.
Michigan, from Michoacan.
Jeez. Eddie, Eddie, we won't make you throw out a name but it's all good. Let's just say that you agree with us,
Yeah.
or Gabi, all right?
I just need to do some homework.
It's all good. For the fifth pick, the Jaguars, I'll start off. I think that it's going to be Tyler Warren, the tight end. That fool has been getting hyped up, and Trevor Lawrence needs somebody, and there's no other excuse at this point if you pair up that offense with Brian Thomas and Tyler Warren after they just lost Evan Ingram. I think that's their
Yeah,
pick.
I think that's really obvious. I agree with Rob. That's super obvious.
That's a good one.
Eric, what
I
do you
like that
think?
one a lot. I didn't even think of that.
I like that pick too, but to me it just seems a little high for him. But to me, I think this is where I plug in Abdul Carter just because I have the other four guys going, so I have to put Carter to go here.
Mm. This one, the only reason why I went so high on them is because of the success of Brock Bowers last year. And then this is kind of, I think, just as good of a talent as what I've heard. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to pair him up with that QB that you've paid a lot of money to, and you need to get that offense up better. So that's where I think. But who do you think, Gabi?
Well, you got to protect your assets, and the Jags didn't extend um, Walker Little's contract, so the left tackle. So I'm gonna go with Will Campbell for this one.
Mm, that'd be a good one.
This is some insight for Eddie. The Jaguars team, Eddie, is where our compa Adrian drafted number 2 overall
Tank
was
Bigsby.
Tank. So this is the
Oh,
team.
trust me, I know
mean,
that one.
it wasn't. It didn't end up being like a horrible pick. Like obviously, it wasn't like the best one, but it ended up being a good
The,
like
when
overall pick. You know
It
what I
worked
mean?
out for a while. I
when
remember.
Tank went off, Adrian was playing me.
That
So that
That shit,
motherfucker went.
that shit was so hilarious. We're all watching the fucking draft, and then just fucking we're like, who
Tank
the fuck is in the
Bigsby.
group? They're like, who the fuck is Tank Bigsby?
I knew who he was. That was my sleeper, but he wasn't sleeping in the second round.
Second
No,
round, dude.
I was in the same room drafting with Rob and Fabian, and then Fabian was like, "What the fuck?"
hey,
Oh, he just
Oh
changed it
fuck.
up.
that pick won him some games, for sure.
It did, man.
Fuck yeah! Well, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, he beat me when he played me. That's when Tank went off.
Bro. Hey, if you want to go one more pick, I guess who do you guys think the Raiders
Oh, the
pick? We'll
fucking
go one
Raiders.
more. We'll go one extra for you guys.
We'll start
Let
with
Gabby go last. Let
the
Gabby
lo-
go last. So
Oh,
Let's
he
see,
can
Eric.
pick.
What does Eric think his rival is going to end up doing?
Oh, I already mentioned it. I think if Gentry's there, you have to take him as the Raider, just because I think at the end of the day, at that position, he's the best overall player, and he's someone like even if like if you go offensive tackle, that's probably the safe pick. But Genty, whether you have the offensive line or not, he's gonna make an impact. Like he'll find a way, no matter how good the offensive line is or how bad it is. Like he's just that guy. Like it doesn't matter. Like Saquon Barkley type like energy he gives me. Like it don't matter the situation, the team. That fool's gonna go off.
I would not draft if I was a GM, I would not draft a running back that high. So if I was to do it, I would trade back, like Gabi said, and try to get somebody to fall for him to fall, not fall, but just to maybe be in the top 10, maybe. But I just would not draft a running back that high. I would at that point go for trading back. If I was, that's what my prediction would be: trading back, like Gabi said, and then getting better overall. You don't need just one player.
I want to make a hot take so we can remember this in the future. The Las Vegas Raiders, 6th overall, are going to take Shador Sanders.
That's a possibility too.
So in the future, we will look back at this.
All right, so let's see, Gabi. Let's go before we get into our top 3 rookies to look into this year, and then Eddie will take his notes.
Well, after me, I kind of want to know what you guys want for your guys' teams for the Seahawks and the Broncos. But I feel like this year, and the Rams. Sorry, forgot about the Rams. Sorry. I feel like this year there's so many holes that, like the Raider Nation, there's like you can go so many ways and no one's gonna be mad. Like the last 3 years, it's like we want this guy, and we never got him. And this year, it's like if we trade back, that's fine because we get more picks. If we take Genty, people will be happy. If we take Shador,
Yeah, I agree. Oh shit!
Or
That's not
si
bad.
se les cae, it could happen que se les cae either Abdul or that other defensive lineman you said at the top 2nd or 3rd pick. That could happen. So that one I would not trade back if that was the case. Yeah, that would be a steal of the draft for you guys. That would be
Especially
crazy.
for the Raiders, like he's saying that they have a young fucking offensive line that will fucking be good for a few years.
Yeah, I know this is.
Question.
No. But I'm just saying, like, if you were in the position and Saquon, the talent of Saquon was available at 2, would you risk like missing out on him, seeing what he turned into?
I mean, they dropped the ball everywhere else. Is the thing is that's the only issue is, but drafting a running back who, looking at that draft class, if you look back at all the players, you would probably still not draft Saquon number 2. Is my opinion. Is what I'm saying.
Even after seeing what he turned into, though, because Genty's just as big as a prospect coming out of college as probably bigger than Saquon.
Saquon was insane in college. I don't know, but I still wouldn't because Saquon still had injuries. Running backs are gonna miss 2 games a year, basically. You know, I would not. That's just me as a GM. If I was a GM, I would not draft a running back possibly in the first 10, 15 picks ever.
Because you're spending a lot of money on risk. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a thing when it's like when it's a generational talent, like you take him no matter what. But that's just my thing.
He looked, bro. He played in the MAC division. All right, he could be great and all. But he played in a fucking weak division. Like I'm not. He could be a great prospect, but he's not.
That doesn't
He's
prove
not.
anything.
He's not.
There's so many players that have played on shitty teams and they come out and
yeah. Anyways, let's move on though, because I know we're almost on 2 hours at this point. Let's give our predictions for what our teams want. What do you want, Eddie and Fabian, from your Seahawks?
We need the Seahawks to draft an offensive line so we can protect our freaking quarterback. That's what I want. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, that's a big one, and then address the wide receiver depth. I mean, we signed I think MVS, but I'd definitely start looking down the line for that.
Another good wide receiver. The 18th.
18.
So we could land a good wide receiver around there. We could.
They say Agukba or whatever, potentially.
Yeah. So we'll see. Eric, what do you want to see for your Broncos drafting? They got the 20th pick.
I mean, as long as they go running back or tight end, I think what's going around the most right now is Omarion Hampton. But I'd like to take a tight end just because like Gabby and Rob were saying, there's so much depth where you can get a good guy in the 2nd or 3rd round for a team like the position we're in. But I would go tight end. But I think what I'm hearing is Omarion Hampton. I don't want them to take Colston Loveland because Warren's probably going to be taken for sure before that. So If Loveland's
Loveland.
there, I'd take him, and if not, they'll probably go Hampton.
See, eat those Rams.
I think that I want the Rams to pick a cover linebacker, like a linebacker that can cover a little bit, you know. So I want more depth at linebacker. So
just to make their defense.
yeah, because at this point they drafted those two defensive linemen last year that all rookies. So yeah, I just think that they need a linebacker, a cover linebacker. So we'll hope that
What
someone
pick
lands.
do you guys have?
22, 22.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
Yeah.
So that does it for our NFL talk, though. Like we said, in the future, we're going to get into it a little bit more. And that way, all our compas that listen to us, even our compa Adrian, could start taking notes when we talk some NFL.
Eddie still you left out one of the portions of who's the top 3 rookies that we thought are going to be for fantasy. You're gonna shortcut. You're gonna shortcut Eddie on the note on fantasy stuff.
No. If Eddie wants to, he can.
Gabi, who do you think the top 3 rookies for, in your opinion, for fantasy? Let's make it quick. Me too. I swear, me too. I really don't want to tell you anything either.
Hey guys, this isn't for us. This is for the listeners, guys.
Community.
This is for the
community.
I mean, these don't have to be guys that you're gonna. Sorry to cut you off. That you're gonna choose, Gabby. It's just
3 rookies for fantasy.
Fantasy-wise.
For fantasies.
How do you spell that?
Oh man, same thing. I'm not. It's one of my strategies too, Eddie. So one thing that I will pick a rookie in the 8th through 12th round, like guaranteed. I will tell you guys my strategy. Every year I will pick a rookie that I like in the 8th through 12th round through 12th.
And when you drop them, I'll pick them up.
I don't drop them like Eric does, you know. I dropped. Who did I drop? Did I drop McConkey? Because I had way too much depth, right? Anyway, who cares?
France got
yeah.
McConkey, and McConkey ended up doing good.
Yeah, who cares? I drafted it so well that I won a championship, so who cares? But
hey, fun fact though, for the listeners, who ended up beating you last season though?
Eddie. Fuck it.
Eddie
I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I can say I beat the champ.
That's right, Eddie. Hey, so my 3 rookies, real quick. I know that they're not crazy. I already kind of highlighted why, but Tyler Warren. I think if he lands to like the Jaguars or something like that, the targets he's gonna get. I don't know why you didn't say Alshon Jenti, because he's gonna get playing time, being a high draft pick, and then the McMillan guy Yeah, I did obvious ones because it's like at this point I don't want to give you guys my insight for the other ones. Like you threw out like Hampton and all that, but I don't want to give you guys my insight. So,
all right, I want to say my top 3 real quick before Eric says his. I don't know in whatever order, but my 3 are going to be Genti, Cam Ward, and Egbuka, wide receiver. Yeah, I feel like if Cam Ward ends up like going to the Titans or somewhere, he could probably do something.
He ain't Jaden Daniels, all right?
Boy, that's what, dude. I didn't know Jaden Daniels was gonna do what he did.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, were you expecting that from him or?
Jaden Daniels was he was solid, but we didn't think he was gonna be like that.
No, I drafted Jaden Daniels in like the 10th round too, because I was like, whatever, we'll see what happens.
All right, Eric, real quick, who do you think?
I think Genti, Luther Burden, and McMillan.
Solid.
I don't like him either, but I just think his size just makes him like a target in the end zone to like just like Mike Evans type. I just think he's a threat.
Yup, that's what I think too. So that wraps up NFL talk. Like Fabian mentioned, we'll get into it next Thursday. It's going to fall out perfect that we'll be able to talk maybe live during the first round. So that's going to be fun stuff.
Commissioner, when is the new 2025 rule changes going to be announced?
As soon as you do your punishment. We can't start the new season until you complete your punishment.
I mean, but the rules could still be set.
No, I think we don't give Eric. We can't give Eric what he wants until he gives us what we want.
I mean, the fuck are the rules just for me, or are they for the whole league?
Just you're the only one asking. All right, so we'll get into the yeah.
Está bien, está bien. I think we should move on to our final segment of the night, so that we could keep it good for our listeners out there. This Mount Rushmore, I didn't introduce it in the intro, but it's a Mount Rushmore of our top 3 sports we would have liked to be a pro at. So we're going to start with Eddie, then Gabby, Eric, me, and then Rob, you'll go last, okay? And we could actually choose the same sport this time.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, Eddie. So one of your top sports that you would have been like to be a pro at, Eddie.
This might be sort of a...
Oh, yeah, that's not soccer.
Yeah. My first one is beach volleyball.
Cabrón.
I don't know, bro.
Volley?
It's like if I was thinking about it, I mean, not specifically beach volleyball, but just volleyball. I think that's like literally my second favorite sport to play. Like literally play physically. Like I don't know. It's sort of like it's almost like a family sport. Like I remember when we were growing up, like we'd put the tent up. And bro, we'd be getting into it. We'd be getting down.
The whole fam.
And I mean, one, it was fun, but two, I mean, the sport, like I love just throwing myself around, trying to be saving the balls. On beach, obviously, it's like more likely for me to do my thing because we played a little bit at Juanita Beach. I don't know if you guys remember, but
hell yeah,
beach volleyball for me, brother, is my number one.
That's a good one.
But that's not a lot of money, baby. That's part of the factor. That's one of the factors of mine. Mine's a factor of money. Mine.
I would love to go support the beach volleyball in the Olympics for the females too.
There we go.
Are you gonna wear the uniform just like them? The shorts?
Nah, that's a little creeper status. So
I need to start. Hey guys, I need to start a "Here We Go" segment for Mister down here. Mister.
Yeah, because like I was like thinking of like what players are 16, and I couldn't think of like así que digas tú like de renombre. I was like, pues quién chingados. Well, in soccer at least.
That's the whole reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was number 7. If I wouldn't have got number 7, number 16 would have been my number. All right, we're going on to Eric now. What sport would you have liked to be a pro at, bro?
Fucking tennis, bro.
Like Nadal?
Like that, any one of those fools, dude. I don't know if you guys are into watching that shit, but when the major tournaments start, I fucking love watching like all those tournaments. Like it se pone perrón, se pone chingón, and they win a lot of fucking money if you win all the way at the end. But tennis is fucking dope. I love tennis.
Would you be making that sound they make too? Ah.
No. I'd be like,
Eric sounds like he would be.
Wait. Give us a little teaser, Eric.
Oh shoot.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Oh boy.
Hey, no, honestly,
too many things can be said, but yeah, good.
That sport, it looks easy, but when you actually play it, bro, this is not easy.
Yeah, bro.
You think it's just getting it over the net? Nah, bro.
I like it.
Fabian, let's go.
Now we're on to me. Well, is being a pimp a sport?
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Add the fucking sound already. Joder su puta madre.
Hey.
They say it's a game. Fabian.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone plays the game,
don't
but
hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
What?
Damn, but still,
I would have been a pro. I would have definitely been a pro at that. But
wait, are you sure you want to be revealing this information out to the world right now?
I'm just messing with you guys. God, man, creen todo, man. No manchen.
Ya mero es Viernes Santo, güey. Cálmate, güey.
No, I had to bring some shit up just to get you guys riled up. So no, that's not my first option. I would have loved to been a football player. I think I would have been like a tight end, a wide receiver, not a quarterback for sure, not quarterback, but like a tight end or a wide receiver. Like
You wouldn't have been a tight end, not with all the things you say.
He doesn't have a tight end drop. What'd you say?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have, especially with what he just said. But anyways,
would have loved.
yeah, that's a good one. Football. I was gonna for me so I'll go next, but I was gonna basically the same thing as Gabi is baseball. I've always had the love for baseball as number one, and then I would love to have a Shohei Ohtani contract. So.
Wait, Rob, did you ever play?
Yeah, I played baseball, but
like on teams and stuff.
Yeah, I played at Little League and grew up and everything. So, like you said, Gabi, you had the grade issue or what? Grade cut?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Right?
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me a little bit.
Damn, you guys didn't do your homework or what?
After basketball season, I didn't do my homework, I guess. But yeah, baseball would be mine.
Te digo. Let's go on to our now round 2. Eddie, what would be your second pick?
For my number 2, I don't know if you guys are gonna accept this one, but I would say foot volley. Do you guys know what that is? It's basically volleyball, but with your feet.
Oh,
you know, like on the beach.
Okay. But soccer tennis.
Well, yeah, and that's why I chose that, because I love soccer tennis. But same thing as like the volleyball, like I love playing soccer tennis. So like foot volley would be essentially the same thing, but like you're able to fucking dive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen these guys.
Yeah.
They literally dive with their foot and like over the net. Wham! Yeah, some crazy athletes. But I think the sport's pretty popular in Brazil, obviously, because they got the beaches down there. But
that's a badass one. That's a good shout out.
Yep. That'd be my number 2. I don't know. Technically, it isn't a pro sport, but there is like a lot of competitive leagues around the world I was looking at. But
isn't it an Olympic sport?
No, actually, it's not. I think it was like they showed it or something. They displayed it at in 2016 in Brazil, but technically, it's not one yet.
Maybe in the future.
I remember going to watch you, bro, when you played for the Jamaican Cougars. Yeah, tight end. Yeah, I remember I saw you catch a couple TDs.
Hell yeah.
Badass.
Let's see, was Eric or Fabian next?
Eric next.
I would choose because of the money as well that they win, but because I actually enjoy this sport but I don't play it enough, is golf.
Golf is a like slow killer though.
I think it's slow watching, but when you play it, it's actually like there's so much like mechanics and thinking behind it. But I think it's one of those sports where it's on TV, it looks boring as fuck, but when you're actually playing, like you're so into it because it's such it's just you're in control of everything. It's fuck. I don't know. I love going to Top Golf and all that shit. So,
what about the
cart? Oh, this is for Fabian. The cart ladies.
Oh, I know. They sell you some drinks. Oh, I know. Maybe when I'm like 50 years old, I'll probably join a golf community.
What's yours, second,
I don't know if
Fabian?
there's any of those there.
No worries. We'll make one. My second pick, I think I would have liked boxing. I would have tried to do something in boxing. Just every time we watch a boxing match with Canelo or anyone else and, get those hypes. If I were to choose like my opening song coming out into the boxing ring, oh man, I've thought about it. There's a few songs that I would have, but I think it would be one of the Vicente Fernandez songs coming out.
Solid. I thought it was going to be some Genuine or fucking...
No, not in boxing, bro. Not like that. For boxing,
but
it has
shirtless.
to be something. something. Exactly. We could be shirtless. We could just be, with the pride Mexican flag. Actually, I kind of like when some guys like come out with the American and the Mexican flag at the same time.
That's a good one. I actually had that one as one of my like final ones too. But my second one would be is Eric said it, is golf. I get it. I golf right now. That would be something I would, if I could go back, I would try to go master and try to get back into, like, even in high school. Like, you would have thought those kids were weird or whatever. It just, I would have should have gotten into golf earlier. So mine's golf.
Nice. All right, now we're into our last round. Eddie, start it off.
Well, apparently I missed the memo because I went with all like random sports. I didn't know we could choose freaking football, basketball,
dude. What we like it though. What random sport, dude?
Here comes table tennis.
Nah, bro, it's actually ultimate frisbee.
Oh shoot!
Nah, bro, I remember as a kid I used to love playing with the frisbee. Like, that challenge of getting that perfect glide. And technically, I think it is like I don't know if it's professional sport, but there is leagues, and it's an actual game, similar a little bit to like football, where you got to get into an end zone, and you got 10 seconds to let it go, and obviously it's like sort of like offense defense, but yeah, man,
you have
frisbee.
to pull.
That shit's intense. I've seen that. I've seen some of
that
frisbee. That shit gets intense.
Yeah.
When those fuckers dive for the frisbee too in the end zone. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty badass though, honestly. Like, I mean, it's all these are like, you got to be athletic. It seems easy, right? You think it's easy, but you see some of these plays and you're like, bro, how did this?
Do you got a pretty badass throw, Eddie?
I don't know. You guys are gonna have to find out on the field. We gotta do some. When we get all the cuss together, we gotta do some. Yeah, literally a little bit of everything, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
you guys
So
have just created something so fucking amazing. The Olympics. God fucking damn it. We gotta get
trademark
all
together.
The Olympics during
amazing.
That could help us determine draft pick or draft order too.
There you go.
Here goes Rob trying to fucking bully his way to the first draft pick.
What you talk? Frisbee golf, and foot volley or whatever. If you put in those sports, it's free for everybody.
Hey, some of the cuz might want to also include this as the Olympics. So you can drink the most.
The beer Olympics.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, we've seen.
I'll remove myself. I can't last for shit with that.
Yeah, we know from experience too. Me and Gabby.
What is your last one, Eric?
I think it is.
No, it's alright.
I would choose a sport that recently picked up a lot, and it's similar to tennis, but I'd want to play pro pickleball.
Is that the one with the bigger wiffle ball?
Yeah. No, well, it's like a normal size, but the court is smaller, and you play with like
wood paddle.
Yeah,
wood paddle.
That shit's fun as fuck, though.
I have actually an interesting stat about that one. The communities that have the oldest residents, like the old people communities, that's their number one sport, because they say that helps you live longer when you play like sports like that one that are like simple but fun. Like, no joke.
Yeah, that is something you see. I'm starting to see the pickleball courts getting taken over at some places. So
they be popping.
Otro.
Damn, puro stats aquí de pickleball. Oh, yeah.
Ah, cabrón.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I knew that.
Damn,
I think
crazy.
I did hear about that.
That's a wild one.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
Yep, I knew it was. Yep, I heard about that too. There's things that Seattle, or the area of Seattle, has invented a lot of good stuff that we appreciate. Not only pickleball, Costco.
Ooh, chicken bake.
Yep. De volada.
Oh shit, Fabian, what's your last one?
Man, I mean, there's so many, but now as I got older, I respect baseball a lot more. So I'll take baseball. When I was younger, I didn't really care for it too much. I thought it was boring. So like I didn't pay attention to. But now that I'm older, like, and I could like see myself a little bit. Like, oh, you know what? I joined a few summers ago an over 30 rec, kind of with some white guys, where you could like drink beer while you're out in the outfield. And that was fun. That was fun. I like.
So you have a.
Hey, I
So
still remember
what
when
happens when
Eddie
you?
and Gabby used to play. What was it?
Nah,
Is it
why,
was
why you
it
gotta
like
bring
men's
this
softball
up?
or what was it?
Yeah, it was softball. We did join the softball league too.
We had
That
a
shit was
cut
bad.
softball league. Wait, sorry.
That
I
shit
cut
was
you off.
badass.
Wait. No, repeat. What was her name, Gabby? Yes. Hell yeah. Oh, you still got
Pull
it?
it out. I want to see it. Pull it out.
Bro, we had what was it, San Diego Aztec hats?
Hey, Gabby, hey,
¿Qué estás
Hey, yo,
haciendo, güey? ¿Qué
G,
estás
G,
haciendo?
G.
¿Qué estás haciendo, güey?
He was up. He was gonna pull out the Aztec.
No mames.
No more locked doors.
No more, thank you. Count my money.
Ya ves lo que causa el Fabián, dude? No.
Jeez. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. My last one is because something I've always liked to watch during the Olympics, but I don't. It's a weird one, but or it's not that weird. It's not synchronized or anything swimming, but I would want to have been like Michael Phelps, fucking swimmer, bro. I love swimming. I feel it's calming and everything. Being an Olympic swimmer would have been my last one.
Gets like 7 gold medals, Rob.
Yeah, yeah.
Mis
Would've been
respetos
badass.
para los que saben nadar.
Yeah, you don't
There's
drop like a rock.
There's a Eddie.
Hey, I'll cheer you on from outside. Hey, let's go, Rob. Woo!
Oh, pues, pobre Eddie, dog.
We're
You
gonna
need
have
to learn
to.
how to swim, dog. That's a life like the basic life like thing that you need to be able to do. Necessity, like
Bro, I don't think any of our parents learned how to swim.
For
I love
sure.
how to. I love swimming,
I'm
bro.
saying, am I mistaken? Like,
Yeah, no, he's right. I don't
that's
know,
one
Eric.
thing.
No, my
I
dad
mean,
knows
all
how
my
to swim. He's the one who taught me how to swim.
all my younger siblings know how to swim, but me, I didn't get that luxury.
It's not that. It's not that hard, Eddie. I trust me.
Hey, you're gonna have to show me, pal.
Kick those fucking feet, dog.
No,
Hey
fun
Eddie,
fact,
have you
though,
not tried the technique where they throw babies in the water? Y hay que layen? Have you not tried that technique?
I'm chilling. Thank you.
Let's just Rob
No,
just push
but
him over at the pool.
No, but I do know how to swim. I just can't
Tread water.
tread water.
That one's easy too. I like that. But yep, that's the final ones. Babe, you want to get us out of here?
Yeah, no, I think that does it for this episode, you guys. Really fun episode. It's a little longer than normal, but that's okay because for the first time we had 5 compa cuz on here today, so we expected, a good episode like this. So just want to say thank you guys to everyone for joining us. Go ahead and listen to us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and go on there, check our clips, leave us some reviews. We want to know how we're doing so that we can keep making this podcast fun for you guys. So,
Yeah, like I always say, man, we love recording these, so hopefully you guys are enjoying them, and we'll be back next week.
Let's fucking go. Stay tuned for the next episodes.
Yep. Thanks everybody for paying attention for this, and we'll see you guys again.
all right, peace out.
Racas.